This is day 14 of Newton School's Python challenge, and it's time to learn about loops. In this video, we'll break down how loops work using relatable examples and clear visuals.
Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. Rohit this side, and the topic for today's video is Python loops. So imagine you are doing a repetitive task every day, like watering the plants, and each day you walk to the plants, water them, and you repeat the process, right? So this is just like a loop, right? The things what you are doing are like a loop, like just like your daily routine, right? So the same task you are repeating multiple times. So this is what the definition of loop is. And similarly in the programming world as well, let's say you want to do the same task again and again. Let's say you want to print a statement again and again, or you want to count something, right? Let's say there is a list of words and you want to keep on making the count of a particular number inside that list. So basically you are checking that number into the list again and again, right? So that's again a loop, right? So whatever you are doing repetitively is a loop, right? So there are basically two different loops. One is for loop and one is while loop. So for loop is like a conveyor belt in a factory. So you have seen a belt in a factory, right? And that conveyor belt will have different items, and each item moves down the belt, and at each station something is done, right? So that belt carries something, it reaches a station, do something, and then it reaches another station, do something. Like for example, first it's checking, packing, and labeling. So there are multiple stages of a product, right? So you know exactly how many items you have, and you perform the task for each one of them, right? So the for loop repeat the task for each item in a set, right? So let's see how it works. So this is again a quote from David Beasley, the Python expert, that I once had a for loop that ran so many times it got tired and started asking, are we there yet? So it's just a funny quote, because loops are like, if you don't stop the loops, it will keep on running, right? So you have to stop them as well, just like we have learned recursion, right, in the last video. So recursive function will not stop till the time you have base condition, right? Similarly, the loops will not stop till the time you have a condition to stop them, right? So we'll understand them better. So let's see this with an example. Let's say imagine you work in a factory and there is a conveyor belt to pass the toys through the belt, right? And then each box can have 9 toys each. Every box will have 9 toys. And you have to fill each box with distinct toys. You have to keep on filling them. So don't you think you are doing that work in a loop? You are filling the boxes with 9 toys, right? So this is a classic loop example. You are doing the same work again and again. So let's see how to write the loop inside our Python program. So the for loop is used to iterate over a sequence, right? For example, you want to iterate over a list, tuple, string, or a range of numbers. So you can either iterate over a data type, for example, a list, or overall string, a tuple, or maybe you can iterate over a range, right? So let's see. So the syntax will be, you have to use a for, and then there should be a variable, and then in. So for and in are nothing but reserved keywords. So you are saying for a particular variable in this sequence, you do something. Let's see this with an example. For example, you have a list, fruits having apple, banana, and cherry. Let's try to write them. Fruits is equal to, let's say this is a list, apple, banana, and let's say cherry, right? Then what we are doing is, we are writing a loop. We want to write a loop over this list. So what we can do is, for fruit is a variable, for a fruit in fruits. So we are saying for every fruit in this fruits, this fruit can be anything, for every A in this fruits, that means for every particular element in this fruits, what I want to do is I want to print it. Let's say I want to print that A. Simple. Print that A. Right? So I want to print that particular fruit. So what will happen? Apple, banana, cherry. Otherwise, if you want to do that, you have to print it in 3 different lines. Now, but let's say this fruit has 500 fruits. You just need to write this loop to print all the fruits. So I hope you got the idea about the importance of loops, right? So let's say you want to write a loop in a range. For example, you are saying you want to print a count from, let's say, 1 to 100. For, we are saying I is a variable in. So here we were saying A. So variable can be anything. It's just like a iterator. So we are saying I in. Now we don't want to do it on a particular list or a tuple. We want to do it in a range. For I in, let's say 1 to 100. 1 to 100. Right? So how to pass the range? We can pass it into the curly braces. For I in range. So range is a function, right? So for I in range 1 to 100, it will take all the elements from 1 to 100, right? We want to print I. We want to print this I. Let's see what will happen. See, it prints every number from 1 to 100. See, so every number range from 1 to less than 100. So that's why it printed till 99. If I make it 1 on 1, it will print till 100. Let's see. Yeah. So this is how you can use the for loop either with a sequence, either a list, tuple, string, or you can do it on a range as well.
Loops got easier, right? Let us know what clicked for you in this one. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, and share it forward.